Thank y'all for joining. We're back. Oh, let me find out everything might work today. It's gonna be loud for a minute. Look, I can take it down. It's going down. It's gonna disappear. I'm tired of this whole dragon getting this upset stuff. Look, I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to, we're just going to talk about what we do. We're going to talk about what we want to. Maybe throw some stuff in there that we haven't discussed before. Whatever. Ooh, whatever floats our boat, I guess. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Lips. Hey, Music City Mom. Don Davis True Crime. How you doing? Who said what? Creatively inspired by Denise. Dazed and Confused. How are you? Let's see. Who else? The Real Sunflower. White Rabbit. I knew you were gonna be in here. He's gonna hold my my feet to the fire. I gave him a little hint. So let's just start out with how that kind of went today. A little bit. Okay. So how do I do this without completely?
Some phone calls were made.
Yeah. Actually, Chasing Truth was on there with me today on a phone call. Allie was too. She was on a 3-way call. But I called and kind of like I was instructed. Who I called was okay. His name's Richard Littlehill at the TBI. He's going to be getting back in touch with me. He was out, I guess, in the field today. But I have a better a lot of time when he calls. I left 2 messages. I called. I've reached out to a lot of people, and I want to get answers as to how true crime community as a whole, before anything gets twisted. Not saying anything. I don't care. No individual. Nothing. I want to know how we as a true crime community can do better for them without them looking so, I guess, being, frowning upon it. So there's that. That was the one thing I was asking. I'm asking, what I can. They're not going to ever be able to give, great detail into any case. They don't do that. I have one of the phone calls that I made, but it's, it was somebody out of the criminal investigations unit. And I don't know if I'll play that one. So that's going to be coming up. That's what I got. So I also called some people in another state about charges. I'm looking into those. I'm trying to get answers. I'm trying to bring us the best from the source, and I've got them all recorded, and I'm compiling those things. Have I not been working hard on this stuff?
Yes, he has.
I have been working very hard to try to get factual answers that we can rely on to move forward. Now, before I'm going to speak about this, it's not addressing anything. So before anybody freaking says that, I'm not addressing anything. I'm speaking about, people want the drama, the hate. That came over here over a post that totally was twisted into something we did not say. What we said was we asked those questions. We asked, I even made an apology if that was to the interview room's community post. After which I noticed some other things that I looked into, and we covered that the other night. Now, I gave an explanation. Now, if that was a screenshot from Tom, what's his name? The one that was, hold on, I got it. Thank you, Skilo. Thank you so much.
Oh,
I know it.
Butler.
Tom Butler. I looked into that. If unless that was a screenshot sent to him with a typo in it or what, I just looked into those. It said coldcaseinfo.org without the D in it.
Oh.
Cole, COL, caseinfo.org. It does not exist. There's not a domain for it. There's not an email to it. I sent. I guess I need to pull that stuff up instead of just talking about it because that's what we do. Besides that, though, I'm just looking into things. Why are we supposed to look at anything and everything? I don't care if it's him. I don't care if it's freaking Mark Wahlberg's post. If I see something that doesn't make sense, I'm going to ask about it.
Ask a question.
Are we supposed to blindly be like, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. It doesn't matter. No. It's the same thing with how people ask questions of the main people involved in this case. Believe me, in this case with Don and Candace, and then we got a lot more answers than you probably would on other cases. For sure. For sure. So that's what I asked. So I asked that. Let me pull these up real quick. So what I was getting into. So a lot, I guess, supporters of him, people that they came over. You want to talk about attacks? I was trying to be nice back to them. I would say, they came with just straight attacks, straight, just degrading comments, not even trying to listen as to what the purpose of I thought it was pretty self-explanatory,
Right.
but obviously it's not. People are like, he never said that. I didn't say he said that he worked with them.
Said that he said that, stated that out of his mouth. That's not at all what we said. I thought it was pretty clear. And then we went back and I even edited the post and said, that's not what we said. We didn't say that he said that. We said that comments that have been made it sound like he was insinuating that.
So just ask them, so just, where did that come from? Who did you ask? That shouldn't be a problem. Right. And people then came and said, oh, running out of content, Cam? Trying to make extra money? I can assure you, by asking the interview room anything, I've lost subs. And that's okay, because I'm not here
for that
purpose. If they don't want to be here because I ask a question to somebody who isn't, who is with his credentials and everything, should be held at a higher standard than any of us.
Right.
That's okay. I'm not. Before I get, I've had a rough time with it, man. I've had a rough time with it. It's because people want to hear what they want to hear.
Or read what they want to
read what they want to read. They see how, and people our tensions are high in the true crime community. When things go to a standstill and they get slow, people are ready for an altercation with somebody in comments and whatever it may be. I don't want to. Sandy Ridgeway, what is that? Look at this. Get rid of her. Sandy, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the sad behavior, because you get upset because your emotions run high, and people, that's crazy. Sandy, why don't you come up here? Here, let me drop you the link here.
She's been blocked.
No, well, don't do that. Don't block them. Let them come up here and then say that to me, to my face. And then I can say, and they have to have their camera on, and we can ask them questions. Do you want to do that? Without doing the whole approach of trying to do something dirty on the camera or anything. Sit here like an adult. I'll let you ask me questions, because for one thing's for sure, I've sat in the hot seat on many panels. People do not like me, and I sat there on purpose to show transparency. Now, the people that want to throw these comments out here, I say, come on up here. Let's talk about it. Now, let me ask you some questions. Let me ask you your facts on this case. Let's see where you stand. I guarantee you've been misled somewhere. If people are getting angry, I'm not saying it at any channel whatsoever, but I promise you, if people don't want to hear certain things about anybody, it doesn't matter. Remember, look, here's a good example. Remember when Jody Sue was held like as the untouchable? Nobody could say anything to her. The same dynamics happen. Now look what's happening with her.
Right.
Where's that posse and army that formed around her like a shell, like a wall? Would you do it now? Those same people that throw shade, the same people that hate, were in that wall blocking. Now we see things. I'm not saying that is for anybody else, but I'm saying same thing applies. Why is it that people can't ask questions? And why, that's all it is. So I will say this before moving on. Chris McDonough, I have nothing against you. She has nothing against you except for asking questions. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made my, far more than probably I should ever had in my life. And, just because people are in law enforcement, they're human. They make mistakes too.
And that's okay.
That's okay. But to act as that you don't have to answer anything or even, if it's what people said too. What was it they said? They were like, well, he doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe us anything.
Right.
He doesn't owe me anything personally. No, he doesn't. But he owes the true crime community, where people depend on information from that channel. He owes it to them.
Also, people said, well, why didn't you just go and ask him yourself? Because Cam actually had sent a super chat a while back. This has been a few weeks ago, not asking even a question, I don't think.
I asked him as a law enforcement officer. I said, how would you handle this? And it was very respectful.
Right.
I got
blocked.
Timed out and then blocked.
That's why.
I tried to email. I have tried to email. I don't. what am I supposed to do? And then the response to that was, due to this or that, he doesn't feel like he needs to speak to you. And they're like, well, he holds a grudge and this or that. Holds a grudge? What really?
What?
Because I asked what a share file was? Because I asked what a share file was. Is that a reason to get all bent out of shape? I don't know. All right. So, is Sandy Ridgway still in here?
No, she was blocked.
It's okay. I'll see Trisha. Yeah, and I will always ask questions because the pursuit of knowledge, the road on the pursuit of knowledge is what? Paved with questions? Just made that up. But it fits. It fits. So.
Exactly, Chasing Truth. He owes Summer the utmost respect, honesty, and responsibility. It's his duty to report on her case accurately, not to get offended and behave like a child.
And we're gonna, exactly. And we're going to move. Where's my notebook? Okay. And I'm going to give you an example. I wasn't going to do it tonight, but I am because I'm fired up about it. Okay, so my notebook's probably back there. You might have to peek around it.
You might have to.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me turn so she can.
I don't want my.
Peek around the green screen.
Well, I just don't want.
You don't want your booty in the camera?
I don't want it all in the camera. No, I don't. Thank you. I was trying to keep it quiet.
There's a page over there.
Oh.
And those.
And what?
Those.
Oh. This.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at this old crummy page. Okay. So this is, thank you, Aussie Trisha. And that's, look at my notes from last night. Look at, Yeah, they've been through it. My little notepad. And I might end up playing what I said to the TBI. She was out of the Nashville office in the criminal investigations unit, and she's not working on Summerwell's case. I asked her some questions, and she says, "Well, I said, well, I know that the misinformation has been a problem, and I said I just wanted to, um, find out what's your definition. What are you wanting us to prevent?" I said I'll put out a statement to speak about, to help back up and be the first one on board. Be the first one on board on YouTube to say this is what they want. This is how they want everything handled. I'm going to get those answers. They're important, I would like to take I'm going to make a poll real quick. Is that okay? Oh, Molly Brown Uptown, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And look, like I said, this is not the popular route. We have never took the popular route. Have we ever been one of the popular kids?
Never.
Through this whole true crime thing, we have not been the popular kids.
And that's okay.
That's all right. Because I'm doing things the way I feel are right in my heart. If you watch us, I don't want to hear anything from the peanut gallery.
Right. That just go by what people have told them about us. That's not.
Oh my gosh, we got to find that comment. When I said, she said, "Here, I wanted to talk with your misinformation."
Oh.
I said, this is what I replied back. I said,
well, you have to tell what they stated the misinformation
I
was.
am. That was the reply back. She said, the first one was, "You're one to talk with your misinformation." I said, well, you go ahead and give me an example and proof of what I've done as far as misinformation. And I put ... I'll be here waiting. The reply back was, okay, 5 things or 4 things she said. The first one was the footprints. I said that's misinformation because, as we got Dave Rader, pretty much saying they exist. There was you got to go listen to it. I'm working on these. If y'all have noticed, if y'all have seen what we've been doing, I've been putting out these very short 2-minute reference videos just to where we have information, short, reference to the point. I feel like it helps. So she said, are you looking for it? What are you doing?
Nothing. I was looking
for
chat.
Okay. So she says the footprints. What was the next one? Oh, the footprints.
Here, let me see.
You can find it. I know you can.
Was it on the
footprints,
video?
The billboard? The
drone guy.
The drone guy. I said, so you're saying that the guy trained by by Equisearch and the main guy and top of his field and droning, Chris from First Deploy, Chris Starnes, he was trained by, I'm having a brain block. Who was that? What's his name?
Gene Robinson?
Not Jim.
Gene, I said.
Gene Robinson.
Didn't say Jim.
Yes, he was trained by Gene Robinson, and actually Gene Robinson was, remotely part of the searches that, we were part of one. He was, even though he was in whatever state he lives in, he would be remotely on a computer helping control the drone on drone searches and everything. It's very impressive. If y'all haven't seen those videos, go check those out. Where we had Gene Robinson on, he shows his mobile command unit. Through this channel right here, we were able to help Chris from First to Deploy get donated a mobile command unit, an RV. I've showed pictures of that. Somebody with an awesome heart gave him an RV, and not an old shabby one at that. That's something that's awesome that comes from, I've seen a billion amazing things through this journey. Has there been hard times? 100%. But I'm trying to say that the good might outweigh the bad. I don't know. We got to have, is it optimistic? Is that a false sense of reality to be optimistic in the true crime community? I don't know. But I would rather, I'm tired of all the stress, anger, and just upset over everything. Yeah, that's right, DeQuinto. Chris Starnes is awesome.
He actually, and I don't know if I mean, he posted about it, so I don't think it'd be a problem. He was actually in Atlanta this past weekend searching for a missing man.
Yes, he was.
So to say that we were talking that he's misinformation, I didn't understand that, but whatever.
Well,
when he's taking time away from his own life to go and
Chasing's
do that.
in here. Hey, thank you for coming in here. Here, I need you up here real quick. Do you care? Because I told him that you were on.
She said she was uploading a video. I don't know.
I need you for a second to back me up that I did make those phone calls. You were on there, and that you heard, what we were doing and who we spoke to. I'm not telling all of the phone calls yet, but I have a return call tomorrow. Depending on everything works out on their end, and they do work for the TBI and they're not out in the field over some reason or over something. So I need her up here for just a second, just so I need to talk.
Well, her video's uploaded now.
Your video's uploaded here.
I just now got the notification for it.
I just want to bounce something off of you, and I want you to kind of, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to corner you. I'm not going to put you in a bad light, Jason. I just want to, we're going to talk about the other things. So, and it's all about just finding out what they want, what the TBI wants from the true crime community. That way that we can move out of this just negative, what's the word I'm looking for? This negative climate or the negative environment that they, look at the true crime community in. Did you find that comment?
No, I could not. Was it on? That's what I was trying to ask you. Is it on the,
I can't remember where it was. I didn't even push send. No, she said yes. Okay. Today I got a notification that TBI is hiring. Well, you remember Pruitt when his interview, he said if people had the credentials and could come and pass their background test, he said, come and get a job with them if they think that they're on point. Hey, I can't get a job with them. I already know. I know my role. It is what it is. Okay, so, there she is. Daggone, you snuck up on me.
Just came up there.
What you want?
You know, when I saw you, I was like, yeah, come up here for a minute. So, all right. So we actually made some extra phone calls. I'm not going to put those out.
Extra.
We did some three-way calling, and she did the research. I did the calling. Yep. And so we're going to be getting some answers, hopefully. I emailed that person. See what else.
I mean, I hope so. I just don't think that, people saying, well, you've been wrong. Yeah, sure. Everybody's wrong all the time. Wrong. But we're nobody. Who are we? Right. We're literally, we should do our very best. Yes. If we are wrong, to come back and correct ourselves. But, just some of the things that, I heard last night, just Chris Marcos alone.
That's what I'm getting
so beside myself. I couldn't get it together. I was just like,
we were texting back and forth last night. We were watching the interview.
My fingers were flying. I'm like, what? This is not true. And that's Cam and I agreed today. I said, I'm a crazy person. I've tried to walk away from this case. I don't want any part of it. But every time I see something like this, I almost feel like responsible, to come out and say, no, wait.
That's right.
Because it is a little girl's case. And there are so many rumors. We have a neighbor who puts out rumors all day. So
To the
we need
max.
everybody else to be on their top game, Don't just do this because you know her name is going to bring views. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do
That's
it
right.
because you care. And if you do care, then doesn't that mean you're going to go get all the right information? I mean, it's important. It took me 12 seconds to look it all up again last night. I mean, I already knew it, but I'm just thinking, no, Marcos wasn't there then. No, this is not true. No, he didn't sleep in the camper. No, that didn't happen. And I was just so
I
frustrated.
uploaded all those things, the proof and the receipts, and that's what I've got them right here, and I wrote them down word for word. So last night while watching the interview room, there was many things that were put out as fact
that were
not. That's not true. Candace does not have charges against children. She does not, to our knowledge. We've looked. Is that correct? Am I correct in saying that, Jason?
You are correct. She does
Spousal.
not have child abuse charges. We've probably gone over this 10 times because you're inclined to believe it's true, right? You're inclined to believe it's true. I mean, it could be true with Candace. You never know.
Yeah.
But we've gone over the record time and time again. There is no child abuse charge. We've looked up the statute. We looked up the law. We looked to see if they've changed the law. We looked to see if maybe the charge she got back then is something different now.
Right.
Nothing matches up. It's so detailed in a video. It's absolutely untrue. She does not have child abuse charges.
It was spousal abuse, right? Or spousal.
Yeah, it was a domestic violence with the ex there.
Yeah. And Andrew.
Yeah.
But last night it was, it was told that he said, now don't quote me, but I believe it was Josh. He said, Candace, we all know she has these charges against children. And I'm like, whoa, no, we don't know that.
No.
But then we sit here, and this is why it's important, because you have people over there that might be new, that might not. They take every word from there as 100%. And then
Absolutely.
That's how the misinformation gets spread.
Exactly.
Right. And somebody said, well, she might soon. Sure, she might soon, but she doesn't. And when you are
the future, we said charges.
What are we, psychics? We don't know any of that to be true. It simply isn't true. So you can't run around saying stuff like that because it's not true.
So the Marcos guy, let me pull this up because I got the stuff that you. So there's, hold on, I numbered them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
He was the first person I ever looked at, Marcos. Very first person I ever looked at, connected to them, because I went through their friends lists and I went through anybody who was mentioned anywhere at any time on the Facebook groups. And he was a scary individual.
Yes.
He looked scary. And then I saw his charges and I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, this could be the guy. And then I dug and it took a couple hours. I was like, oh, okay, no, this isn't the guy. This is not the guy.
So it was, said that he had spent lots of time at the Wells home. He was there in 2014.
2014.
He is a RSO, so he has to register wherever the state is that he is living in.
Yes.
It was then said that this is the word now this was a rumor, but he said, I think Josh said, well, it's rumored that he even has up to very recently stayed in the camper with grandma.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not.
Nope.
At all.
Nope. So Marcos, people are like, well, who's Marcos? So I put it up on my community wall, Cam. You're free to scroll through it, but
I thought I'm trying to get to my iCloud drive. I saved it over here, and I cannot find them. So I'm going to email them to myself.
Yeah. Chris Marcos, grandma's brother, has a stepson, which is Chris Marcos, a stepson. Then you've got Connie Harrer. Harrer is the same last name as grandma, and Connie and Chris are together. in 2014, around February, they drove down to Tennessee. They were going to live in Tennessee. That was the plan. They stayed until about October, and then they went back up to where they're from,
Yeah.
which is not here. There, Tennessee. Just,
Can y'all see me or am I froze? Okay,
and
y'all-
he was also on camera at his place of employment, allegedly
That's what I was going to say.
working at a gas station.
Yes.
Allegedly.
So
mean,
you
that's
said
what-
it's in your community?
Yeah, it's right on my community post. If you wanted to,
Yeah, I'll
click
just
it.
do it that way. It's easier.
Yeah, it's been unlisted for a long time. I don't exactly know why it was unlisted, but it's there with the link if anybody ever wanted to watch it.
Frozen.
We're froze again?
Yes.
No, you're not froze now. You were for a second, but you're better.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So let me pull this. Okay, there's Hunter's. Dang.
I sound like a skipping record? What do you mean?
No. You sound good.
Do I sound bad? Glitchy cam. Cam's frozen. He's fine now, though. I'm freezing on and off. Who is freezing on and off? Me or
Okay.
Pino?
On
Or
my
both?
On my phone, you sound fine. We are completely
Just froze.
frozen.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to do. So I guess I'm going to have to. I got your. Can I refresh it and you pop back in here?
Yeah, they said that I sound fine. I think you sound bad, but yeah, you can kick me out.
Well, no, you just stay right there and then I'll just come back in.
Okay.
All right, let me remember.
In and out. There they are. You're better now.
Okay, cool. All right, now I got this over there shared and here you go. Can y'all see that?
Not yet. It's a little delay.
Dude, man, like something I've been trying to fix my RAM.
Now, I will say that it's storming in our area, so that might have something to do with it. But
True.
Yeah, if you try to play that, that might be bad on your end. I don't know.
yeah,
I can try to play it on my end and just forward us to the right spot.
There it goes.
All right, it's good. There you go. I would forward it though, because some of this is just you'll see him right away when you in Rogersville, Tennessee. There you go. All right, right there.
Let me go back a little bit here. Let me see if I. Okay, right there.
Christopher Marcos. He's a huge topic of discussion. This is his photo from Tennessee, and this is his photo from Wisconsin. He is a convicted felon. He is on the sex registered national database for. I didn't want to say the word. Who do things to children. I'm trying not to say too many of these words because you can't say all of this on YouTube. But let's get a little bit into Chris.
I'll refresh it.
How is he connected to all of this? Marcos is a registered offender in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Candace Harrer, the grandmother of Summer, is from Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Speculation is Marcos was somehow involved in Rosemary Bly's disappearance in 2009, but we know that she went missing in St. Croix. She was on her way to Cushing, 5 miles away. Her car was located in a parking lot 30 miles away. Grantsburg is an hour and 15. What the hell? Well, so they're not here. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's good. Bottom line is, no. I mean, I get that, people follow other people and they find them reliable. And, I'm sure there are a lot of reliable things about that person. I do not discredit that person in any way for his service and what he's done. That's wonderful. I haven't done any of those things. So who the hell am I to talk? However, when it comes to a case that we're following so closely, of course, we're going to have questions. We want to know. Well, Ben Hill didn't attract these people. He's not from Ben Hill at all. He's not even blood related to any of these people. He is not blood related. It's very strange to me that people are trying to insinuate all of these things. He's not a blood relative. He is Candace Harrer, which is the grandmother's brother's stepson. That's it.
Exactly. Yep.
That's who he is. And, he was not up there. So there was this big rumor. So I can explain this. There was a post in the Facebook group, and there was somebody about 2 miles away who was an RSO, and people were like, it's him, saying that it was Marcos, and they were putting his picture everywhere. It was crazy town, but it was not him. It just wasn't.
There's also another guy that was talked about that was part of a motorcycle shop that has a similar sounding last name.
Yes.
Chris, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mirkos.
Mirkos, Mirkos. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's crazy.
And has a lot of ties to certain people, and I think even don't quote me. I'm not even gonna do that right now because I'm not gonna even say anything, just guessing. I
know, because he's also got ties, and he's it's a whole situation.
Yeah.
So how far do I need to go back? When did it kick?
No, you can play it from here. Go ahead.
All right.
About Marcos being 2 miles away as the search for Summer was happening, but that's not accurate. There is an offender living 2 miles away, but it is not Marcos. Okay? And the reason, I'm going to try to explain it when we get to the next slide. So the registered sex offender that just so happens to live 2.2 miles from the Wells property and also was in the line of the helicopter last night, well, he has a Facebook account, and I did some digging, and he commented 5 days ago on someone's post, which would have been the same day she went missing. So my question is there a fence line around there that's been recently altered? Y'all do realize that the offender registry is public information. I went to the official Tennessee site and cross-referenced what I found. Also, it's a crime to slander a sex offender if they could be innocent. I'm not getting in trouble for saying his name. You do the research and you figure it out. So here's a post.
Hold on 1 second. I got to address something. Rhonda Moon in the chat. So let me do this real quick.
Why doesn't who ask me what?
Okay, they're saying it was never confirmed that Sherfy Jr. was on an ankle monitor.
No.
He was released on bond the 21st.
He is still out on bond.
Still out on bond. A $10,000 bond, which with a bondsman you pay 10%, $1,000. He stays at his dad's. He goes to work.
He goes from his dad's to his mom's, back and forth.
But he goes to work.
Yes.
And back in therapy.
Is he on an ankle monitor though?
It's never been confirmed.
It's never been confirmed.
So we don't know.
No. Yeah, we had to make call out there at Sullivan County.
Oh yeah.
Now, unless he's on a pretrial ankle monitor, I don't know. But so I have emails between Sherfy Sr. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Rhonda, I will do you one better. I'll call out there tomorrow and I'll find out.
Truth Hurts said they do not ankle monitor people on bond.
That's
because
right.
That's true because he's not been convicted.
That's true.
No,
so
there is pretrial service now where you get out on bond and you have to report.
It's basically like probation.
But once a week for a urine screen till your court appearance. Now, is that legal? Because you're pretty much getting sentenced before you're found convicted, or before you're convicted. But that's been a big argument. But it is what it is. You want out on bond, you're going to go with pre-trial.
Yes, Kim. There was a yellow vehicle flying down the road on the 15th.
It's a 350Z,
But
Nissan 350Z.
But the cop was coming towards Ben Hill about the missing child, so they did not. Give me 1 second. Yep.
So yeah, the Nissan 350Z is actually somebody who lives on Lone Star, I believe. They live on Lone Star. Yeah, it's Lone Star because it's before you get down to Beach Creek and right before you get to the turn to Old Blair's Gap Road. So I think that's how they investigated and ended up finding out that's who that vehicle was. The only way I can tell you that I know that is because of the people we searched with at the beginning of this. We were able to hear things, and as discussions and everything. But same thing with the footprints. Till law enforcement either confirms them or denies them. We can't say it's proof yet.
No,
but
we can't say anything's even true.
Yeah.
But how many subs do you have, Cam, now?
After losing them because of this stuff, let me see. I don't know. Let me go look.
But I mean, even if you had,
we got
14,000.
14,000.
14,000, right?
Yeah.
So if you came out and said, okay, the private investigators confided in us about footprints. If you come out and said that and said, we don't know because we weren't there that day, but this is what we were told. So we went and talked to the property owner, and the property owner said, yes, that this is true. Then you tried to do your due diligence,
yes.
right?
Right.
But I'll do you one better. They didn't. They
People
would
may
not
not believe you.
Yes.
But if you were somebody else, allegedly, I'm not saying the name, it would be 100% believed because of the position that's been held, period.
Exactly.
So you'd be telling 100,000 people this information.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. It's
very
dangerous.
Exactly.
And even though Dave Rader speaks about them,
Yep.
people will still argue it because
somebody else.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'll tell you this, the private investigators never told us about those footprints. How we found them is because she was on Facebook and had in the very beginning and saw the screenshots.
And that's how we originally knew about them. And that to me,
we did our own.
Yes,
we started reaching out to the
was the one thing that I latched onto because I was like, that's odd. Why would there be footprints out there? So that was always something in my mind.
And as soon as I heard you guys say it, I'm like, it's true because I have the same screenshots. And people are like, how do you know it's true? You only know it's true because Cam said it. I'm just like,
it was taught.
I've been on this since
first week.
12 hours after she went missing. Come on. Get it together.
Well, it's not like the man, the property owner just posted. It was days.
Yeah.
And he was exact.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4. We have 3 or 4 videos that lays those things out, everything that you need to know about it. But people, I mean, I don't know how you
said, do I ever wear my hair down? Yes.
She wears it like this when she's ready for war.
All right, wait. Let me share my screen real quick then, Cam. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
For 2 seconds? All right, just for a second. Check it out, Ziggy.
I'm praying I have to. Oh, there. Okay, cool.
You gotta share it. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Wow, look at
that. You remember the rumor from June 15th of this year, right? When you were down here?
Oh.
What?
I am all.
Oh, yes.
I just want your money. And
you're his sugar mama.
You're my sugar mama. And so
I want to know if that's true. Can you be my sugar mama too?
I guess so, Allie. Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just need to
stop. Find out that this was going on between y'all, and I didn't know about it.
It's been going on forever. I just have to stop spending all my money on buying fish and fish tanks, and then I can be your sugar mamas. Yeah, no, I have way too many dogs and too many issues. You know, I've been listening to the neighbor all day. So, yeah, I always look like this now. Summer Wells case has done this to me. Look at my videos before this case. My hair's down. I have on makeup, honey. I was doing makeup. I look so cute. I get into this case and I'm like, what? I don't even, I feel like a lunatic at this point. Freaking.
All the stress is like, and that's another thing. People won't
It's
take
crazy.
it. They come at, especially me with the hate. And I'm like, look, you know that her grandmother almost died from a brain tumor, but they removed it successfully. My grandmother did die during this. We still,
but people don't believe that, really.
Right.
No,
it's not. Don't act like that's why you're stressed, Kim. You know,
I lost my phone.
How dare you?
Today's my mama's birthday, and I'm so happy because, I mean, given just, a couple months ago, we didn't know if she would make it to her birthday.
Yeah,
so I'm just so.
It's so wrong.
Yeah.
What people do. It's just
softball was that tumor.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They got it all out in one.
Yeah,
she is
100%
fine.
of it. It was not cancerous.
Happy birthday to her.
Living by herself and completely functioning. I mean, she can't drive, obviously.
Oh, she's not having that either.
She's not. She said, "I don't think I can live if they won't let me ever ride again." That's what she told me just now. Whenever I called her earlier today, she said, "I don't think I can live if they won't let
me." Mama.
She's a firecracker. Here,
she is.
That's good though.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So we're gonna.
Yeah, there you go.
Let this play through.
Down here that somebody commented on, and Facebook sleuths found it. But there was a photo. This photo here was connected to that post, but it's not Chris. It's a totally different person. It's a totally different person. Okay? Somebody just jumped on that and was like, oh, it's probably Marcos because he's an offender. That's how all of that started. It was ridiculous. It's not him. I verified the name. I'm not going to put the name out here, but it is not him. And I'm sure the TBI is looking into all the sex offenders. So now, Wisconsin.
Well, we know that the one gentleman, Sherfy Jr., we were speaking about just a minute ago, as of 8 months in, his father on Prayer Garden said that he had not been questioned. Because he said, well, we got the same name. If they thought.
They should have saw him, and if they thought something was weird, they would have talked to him, but they didn't.
If that man's on an ankle monitor too, best believe, you would think that they got him right where they want him. But, it's his dad, even, Sherfy Sr., and I will go, that's one thing I wanted to go in. I'm going to make this real brief. But this is what we have, okay? As far as all the RSOs right there around Summer. This is fact, okay? So Daniel Sherfy, who is Sherfy Sr.'s brother, is best friends with Frank Light. Best friends. You can go check their Facebook. They are, they're buddies. Sherfy Sr. worked at Sullivan County as a reserve deputy when Randy Haas, another RSO, who also has ties to, lives right beside, I think his wife is Polly Bernard, which is Andy Bernard's. I don't want to say for sure. She's a relative.
Pause, Cam. Pause. Bullhorn Betty's online now, saying law enforcement knew Summer was deceased on the 9th day.
No.
Is that just a troll?
That probably is. Let me see. What's the name?
It's on your Facebook, Kimberly Perkins.
Oh.
What?
Go check that, babe, and see if that's really happening. Okay, so before, oh my gosh, I hope that too today. People, I understand people have been like, oh, I like betting now, I like this, but you have to be very careful with even the smallest things. When it's said, well, they're like, well, I make mistakes, and I say you have to be very careful with what you say.
Yeah, because Bullhorn Betty's number one, not even live. So somebody comes into the chat and says that. So before I attack, which This is why I don't stay in this case. I can't.
Yes, you can't.
Because
But-
I want to now scream at this person. And I'm not going to because I'm not even on my own channel. But like, she's not live.
No.
So where is she saying all of this? Where?
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. And if so, before anybody misinterprets it, I'm telling you, what was her name, Karen, in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly or what? Yeah, Kimberly.
Might as well say Karen.
Yeah, listen, if you put that stuff out there, people will snag it and grab it, and then they'll go attack her.
She says, I've never commented before. I'm just updating what I seen. When did you see it?
Yeah, when did you see
Like a
that?
long time ago? Probably. Anyway, we're going to get completely distracted. now.
Yeah. So
The Shady Bunch meme, Cam and I talked about that today too.
yeah,
So the Wells are equivalent to OJ Simpson,
Yeah, that.
who allegedly hacked his ex-wife into pieces, or
Yeah.
stabbed her to death and stabbed what the other guy there, Ron or whatever. So
was it Cato? Wasn't Cato?
Kato, Kalen, or
he-
whatever it was. How exactly can we, in good conscience, I mean, I know it's a joke or what, I understand, but if you're joking around to like 50 people, that's one thing, right? We
And
are
then-
reinforcing in people's minds that these parents are similar to OJ Simpson. I mean, they're not the best people, no doubt in my mind. But I started going through Candace's Facebook yesterday because I wanted to verify something. She had a few Facebooks, and I came across the posts where she went up to her kid's school, and she was writing about how proud she was of her boys and taking pictures of the youngest boy's kindergarten graduation program, right? She's taking pictures of that. She's taking pictures of Josie with his little certificate. I mean, is this a mother who is the same as OJ Simpson?
Right.
Be easy now. Be easy, because you're defending. No, that's not what she's doing. What she's
Unbelievable.
That's what's so sad. I'll go on the defense for.
I don't care. I don't care what people think of me.
We are You're right, but I'm just
She hasn't been convicted of shit.
and there's no evidence saying either way. Now is
No.
the thing is her behavior is
Could
very
she?
weird.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely. But would I compare her to OJ Simpson? I'm going to go with no on that.
Right.
I mean, she was allowed to leave the state. She's no longer in Tennessee, right? So if there's these mountains of evidence against this lady,
You talking about grandma too? Grandma's gone.
grandma's gone.
She took her
Candace
camper
is
and rolled it
gone.
out.
I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I
Yeah.
don't care what people, I really don't care if people think I'm still a sympathizer or a defender. It doesn't bother me in the least bit. They're
Right.
not guilty because the court says so.
And
Court has not tried them. The cops have not arrested them. And the day that they do, okay. But to compare them to someone we know, very, very, very likely.
there was something that was said last night too, even on the channel before we moved forward. He said something like, "Well, there's probably even 100 more victims."
Yeah.
Talking about Dawn with this.
Yes. So Dawn has 100 more victims too. It's just so irresponsible.
That's not right.
so irresponsible.
And I'm not even going to get into that because it's such a iffy subject. But so all I was getting at right now was just that all the connections of the RSOs, and the ones, they all have the same charges: exploitation of a minor, and even to the aggravated, or is that how it was? Yeah,
Yeah.
aggravated.
Yeah.
Sure. So there has to be a common denominator there. Sure.
It's just crazy. And they're all in the same area.
Yes.
And they all are doing the same thing. And a lot of them are doing it over the internet. And
Randy Moss was on duty when he got his.
See, it's just insane to me.
was in charge of a Boy Scout equivalent, kind of like a Boy Scout
Right.
group,
Nice.
and
Yep.
and was taking pictures and was a law enforcement officer supposed to be protecting him and got those charges.
And they all live in the area of Summer, right?
Yes.
But we are looking at Don Wells as Satin himself, which, you know, for his other issues that he had, he should be tried. You know,
Yes.
let all of that happen, however it's
Yes.
going to happen. But are we so blinded by one creator's vision that we refuse to look at the fact that there are at least 5 that we can name quickly in the vicinity of her who had little children photos being tortured, having sex, doing all of these things within a tiny radius of her? We know for a fact because they've been convicted. They've been convicted.
Yep. And one is awaiting trial. The Sheriff
It's
Jr.
unbelievable to me. And that's what, that's a huge reason, Cam. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Did you hear about Richard Chandler, who transferred from Hawkins County with, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office gave him, what was the word used? So he transferred from Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to Kingsport Police Department with
recommendation.
huge recommendations. This man is a federal RSO. There's a law enforcement officer. Now here's your similarities with Haas. He was going to neighbors, random people in the community using their Wi-Fi businesses to get on what is called Dream Board. These men, and this is a law enforcement officer active when he got his charges, they believe that they should be able to have fornication brutally with not minors, but infants. So there should be no charge. This is in the Times News.
Do you see? And we are focused on people who are, of course, the top suspects because they're the parents. The mother and the grandmother are the last ones to see the kid. They bring them in, they question them, they go over their timeline with them, they give them the lie detector test, they do all of this and still let them leave the state after. You've got people with photos of infants doing, what they're doing. How?
They said it shouldn't be a crime. They said that it's okay what they do.
Oh, it's okay. I understand.
And the law enforcement, he got 30 years now. So he gets out 2032.
Yeah.
Go a little bit farther. The doctor who did Carly Trent, the other missing child, out of Hawkins County in 2016, the doctor that did her grape kit when she was, he was then convicted a couple years later with SA against 2 teenage boys. These are people with a high, that are looked up to in the community. They have and it's happening. It's not just one. It's not just 2. It's multiple now.
It's so much. There's so much, and not for nothing. I am sitting around and watching a neighbor now. I don't want to be too wild right now. But what I'll say is, in the beginning, I didn't. I did not watch the person. I thought their credibility was pretty solid based on the little pieces I heard. Today, I had a lot of projects to do in the house, so I just kept my headphones in. And the changing narrative is absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
It is. It blew me away. I'm thinking, is this what everybody's been talking about? Because I feel crazy now that 1 minute the person is in the house and hasn't heard anything until 4:30, 4:42. But then you see messages where there's a sound at 2 something. Then you hear a narrative where there was no sound whatsoever before the scream. Then the person's in a creek and jumps out to go help the mother. Then you hear that they're the first ones on the ground who spoke to the mother. Then you hear they were searching with the boys. Then you hear that they were searching with the other neighbor who nobody had told yet he was out there searching for somebody who was missing that nobody knew was missing yet. And we're worried about people who've passed lie detector tests. They may be guilty. But I think that because of very specific people, we have been so ultra focused.
That's right.
And to see the comments, you're the only one I listen to. You shouldn't even be watching YouTube. You shouldn't be watching. If Cam's the only person you listen to, if Tiffany's the only person you listen to,
appreciate that. Don't
Benny is the only person you listen to, if I'm the only person you listen to, please go on, and if you hold down the app, it'll let you delete it. Just get rid of it.
Oh, don't do that.
Because none of us
No.
know
It's true.
what is
It
going on.
is.
You have to do your own research, and
You have to.
Look at everything. If you're going to
question us
in a case,
Don't take anything I say, she says, Chasing says, as fact. Look into it yourself.
ever.
I say it all the time. No, fact check me, please. Fact check me,
because we can always be wrong. Always, every single one of us.
but I can assure you, the 3 people sitting here right now, if we're wrong, we'll say we're wrong. We'll say we're sorry, and we'll fix it.
I will for sure. I've been wrong plenty of times and had to come back. Angel Dust says, in my opinion, there's no way to justify a woman losing 7 children. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? So, Angel, do you know where the first 2 children went?
And why?
And why they went? Have you read the conversations between her and her daughter?
Exactly.
Do you know what kind of relationship she was in and what she was dealing with at that time and how old she was? And then who's the other child? Because that's 2.
Yeah.
And then you got Waylon, Wyatt, Josie, and Summer, which are 4. And we have no confirmation there were any other babies.
The 7th is the rumor that Candace delivered another child.
But the thing is, that child was supposed to have been delivered between the first 2 kids and then the 4 kids.
And then they
were also supposed to be delivered before summer. Then it was supposed to be after summer. Now, there was the thing about, she had a baby after summer went missing. I mean,
yeah, and yes, that was true story. Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know. I hate this case because I come off as very, and Cam and I agreed on this today, very bitchy, sarcastic, know-it-all. I come off as very condescending when I talk about Summer's case because I wasn't that way at the beginning of Summer's case. I was my normal self who is not that person. But after watching what people do and the things that they repeat, if it was an adult and it wasn't a now 6 but then 5-year-old, I probably wouldn't be as such of a jerk as I am now. But it got to the point where I'm like, oh my God, how many times do we have to repeat the same thing? Why aren't people researching? And then you watched everything flip when there was no more news, right? And you see those same people who refuse to listen in every single drama chat, repeating every single rumor. And it became so frustrating that it was no longer about Summer.
Yeah.
That now I am a complete lunatic when it comes to this case. And I don't even care. I see something wrong. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You're an asshole. You can't stand your ass. It's so bad that I'm like, I can't cover this anymore because I don't feel like I'm doing Summer any good. I just feel like a mean, old, hair in a bun jerk.
Ziggy's still in here. Ziggy's still in here. She'll tell you how mad she got at me one night in her chat because there was things she was saying, and this was a source that she really believed in, but there was a lot of things, and she got angry at me because I was like, not true about things in the chat because I couldn't help myself.
I can't help myself either. And you come off as an asshole.
That Ziggy was wrong. He was saying that the person that told her that was wrong.
Right.
And And it was only because we knew things to be true because we were
We
involved
witnessed
and
certain
witnessed it.
things. Yeah.
Right. Right. And I mean, I haven't witnessed anything. I just know that before anybody could delete their stuff, I copied it. You know, so I've
We're
got
talking about,
tons and tons of stuff
yeah.
accumulated from the very beginning that, you know, you go back and you're like, no, actually, the news did say she was 4. No, actually, they did say shorts and pants. No, this happened at this time. And now you're listening back and you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I personally know that I can't do it anymore because I'm too far gone now. I listen to stuff and I get angry.
Let me fix this before it gets twisted. What I mean by witness stuff, and I talked to you about this too earlier, JC.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Candace leaving to go visit the boys.
I was talking to her.
The boys being taken isn't a rumor, she said. That's what Angel does. I'm sorry. I can't.
We're not saying that the boys
Never
being
did
taken
say
is a rumor,
that.
but we are
Who
also
said
saying
it
that
was a rumor? Who? Did you hear somebody say it was a rumor?
what were they taken for, Angel Dust?
I can't.
Because I can assure you it's probably not what you think it is. And I have no way of being it. But I can tell you when it does come out, it'll
Just
be
that the other baby was a rumor. We all know the boys are no longer there.
Right.
We know. Oh, everybody knows that.
the
What
boys
does
were
that
taken.
mean?
Right. Boys were taken because of failed urine screens. You'll wait and see. You'll see. And it was because Candace had called DHS on Don for one of
Because she
his
was upset with him.
Vendors. Yeah.
for one of his benders, and then she got
Mm.
tested too. When they came, she didn't see that come.
She was also guilty.
She was also, yeah. So
Yeah, and there again, and people don't want to hear this part. Are Candace and Dawn good people? Probably not. No,
probably not.
no, I don't think they're good people. I think that Candace probably wasn't the most attentive, good mom.
Right.
You know, she just wasn't, right? And
Yep.
Dawn was probably absent a lot because, you know, coke and whores and stuff. So it is what it is. No, they weren't. But does that mean that they did something to their kid? When you've got so many other cretins around, probably not. You know, I don't think that they did. I personally don't think that they did.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're right. It doesn't. What are good people? Well, I guess people that you could look at, like you could say, hey, I used to watch that chasing lady. I heard she killed her family. Would you think, wow, I always thought she was a pretty good person? Or would you think, well, yeah, she was kind of an asshole, so it makes sense? No, nobody on here would think that I would go do something like that, right? But if I was on here behaving in a way that Candace seems to behave, you might be like, she could be inclined to do crazy things, maybe.
Yeah.
Allegedly. You don't know.
Yeah. You know,
Thanks, Lips. Lips is like, well, I might could think you'd do that.
I want before you go. This is the last one I need you up here for, because this is one of the other ones. We're on number 3 now out of 7 of the things that were stated on there. It was said that Candace was living in Wisconsin while pregnant with Josie.
Right next door to her sister.
Right next door. So that implied that Dawn had to have.
Now, granted, that did not come from CM. That came from another guest on the panel. However,
which we would decline to say the name of that person.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. But they stated that Dawn had said that he had never met her. Then he said that, well, I met her a couple times. But how could that be true whenever they were living right next door to him or right down the road from him or something is how it was put from her sister? Well, first of all, they were not living in the same state.
No, they're in Arkansas.
They were in Arkansas. Second of all, she does have another sister, Candace does. So
Yep.
she very well could have been living down the road from her sister or
Gina,
near
yeah.
her sister,
Right.
but it was not the same sister.
Very true. And so these are what you sent me last night. So these are just
Right. I was looking at the addresses Candace may have ever had before. And sometimes what will happen too is you might have a mailing address from, like, I have one in Boston and I still get shit there, and the post office will still send it here. But they said she lived next door to Rosemarie when Rosemarie went missing.
right. And that's not that address, right?
No.
And I don't see, this is date seen, and these aren't, it says higher confidence. This ain't saying 100%.
And it also says address type old. And then when you go to look up Rosemarie Bly, her address was.
Let's see. Let me see. I think I have it. Well, there's those. So you have April 2018 there. You have Lundquist in Grantsburg 2002. That's Candace at CN. I had an I don't know if you,
Why here.
what is it? What was her address?
Rose Bly's addresses were 2372 River Road in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Then she had 633 North Nelson Street in Grantsburg, 20253 Logging Creek Trail in Grantsburg, and then 2118 250th Street in St. Croix Falls.
Okay, so there's that one. Now we did. That's all we were going to show there. So she lived in Arkansas then, and then moved to Tennessee, 110 Ben Hill Road. When Josie was what?
When Josie was a baby, right?
Baby, not even a one probably. So
yeah, he was a baby.
2018, and we went in a little farther to look at the ages. So it's been stated through this whole case that Josie was 13 years old, right?
Which he's not.
He's not. Right here. Here's one of them, and
WJHL said that he was
12
when she went missing, which would have made him 13 in 2021, 14 this year.
Yeah,
not correct.
His birthday is September of 2022.
I sent you the screenshot.
Yeah.
So there you go. This is a post right here. If you scroll down a little bit, it says, Nana loves you, Josie. Happy 9th. Happy 9th. This was 3 years ago on his birthday.
Let me see.
3 years ago on his birthday, he turned 9 years old. You know, because Candace was always making posts about their birthdays. But anyway.
Yeah, but that.
Here he is. 2018, he's 9. 19.
Sorry, guys.
20. 21. That would make him 12 in 2021. This year, he's going to be 13.
Exactly. So there's that, guys. And that, you know, that was just a little extra of something that was found. Or was that
when exactly? He was born September 24th, right? 2009. When did the sister go missing?
Yes, that's why we did. So she went missing in 2009. Yes.
Yeah.
Boom. In what month?
Oh, Ellie, you got this.
August, right?
Good job.
So what? At 9 months pregnant, Candace murdered her sister who lived next door to her. Allegedly, I don't know.
That's
buried her in concrete and stuff.
Allegedly. That's the first time I've heard that. So that's good. I mean, I guess possible, but not.
I guess it's possible. I mean, also he could be 10 in that picture, and the lady Nana could be wrong, right? Yeah. He could be 10. I don't know.
Possibly.
I mean, maybe everybody's wrong. I have no idea. You can't keep up with these people anymore.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then he was already 1 year old when Rose went missing, right?
Right.
So she lived there for a whole year in Wisconsin. And Dawn insists that they lived in Arkansas. And she said the same. No, not that, Nana. It's just
So
too much.
the other three things I'm not going to talk about because it's a very touchy subject,
Yeah.
and it's just you can't
Tis
bring it.
that.
Not going to do it. Can't make me do it. Won't do it.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
But I do want to thank you because there's receipts to the things that were sick, and I have the whole thing recorded. I will bust it out into clips so that y'all
I mean,
can see.
making jokes is one thing, being funny about it, that's fine. It's a very heavy topic that it's far too much at this point, and it's not amusing. It's
Well,
not
it's-
amusing.
Out of that same person's mouth on the clip that I originally asked the question of, mind you, what a share file was. That's all I asked. What is a share file? What is that? Because I wasn't privy
You didn't
to it.
know.
I didn't know.
And now you do. It's a
No.
Microsoft Teams app. And
Yes.
somebody can share a file to it. But,
in that same though little clip that was showed of him speaking, he says, I'm not spreading any misinformation. I'm not word for word, but he's saying, I'm not hurting anything. I'm not. If misinformation is the problem, that right there is not fact, and that's coming from that channel. That's all I'm saying. Truth is truth.
Well, I'm going to send you an email later to krakencases7@gmail. Is that your email? Krakencases7, is that your email?
No, but
No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to send it there, and then later screenshot it for me, if you would, and then post it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be able to do that, right? Because if I send it to Krakencases7, you'll get it, won't you?
Probably not, but but I'll
not.
produce a screenshot.
You'll be able to. You'll be able to get it.
The only way to do that would be, well, I'm not going to even get into that. So,
Yeah. I was wondering if you could, because then we can prove the theory's true. But if I send it to you at your not correct email, you'll be able to grab it and then be like, proof. Chasing and I talk offline all the time. Boom. And then everybody will see it.
I mean, honestly, do people really not see that as an issue?
No. Do you know how many people argued with me?
Same.
Are you kidding? Come on. I'm like, no, but it's not the right email. It doesn't exist. That email doesn't exist even with a D in it. They're like, obviously, but then they sent it to the right one. Well, then how did he get the wrong one? How do you have a screenshot of the wrong one?
Right.
Because
and they literally will make up reasons for it. And it's like, why are you making up reasons for this? It doesn't exist on the web. You can't tell me, well, he has it. Shut up. You're not even him. You're making stuff up. It doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist and it comes back unknown, then that means it doesn't exist. Because it doesn't exist.
Well, so I'm going to show this. I'm going to show this real quick.
Crazy.
For people that don't know what I'm talking about, this is the community post, okay?
What is that? Cold case?
COL. I checked it. I went and looked for a domain. I even said,
wait. I should use copy and paste instead of my
memory, I think.
Well, it could be memory, but hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saying that he sent that to the wrong. Okay, hold on. I am going to now we're going to switch this up right now.
Hold on, though.
That could be a forward because he's saying I should use copy and paste instead of his memory. Yeah,
that's what, yes.
Right? His own brain.
Right.
So he had sent it before to maybe the wrong CJ Emmett cold case, which doesn't exist. So if you enlarge it bigger, big, the 2 should be the right Chris, right?
The 2.
Where beside the CJM, whose name is under there?
That is Richard Littlehell. That is the agent.
No. Where it says 2 and it's blacked out.
Right here. Oh, 2? I have no idea.
Well, okay. So here's what I think's happening here. Hold on.
Would that not be his? Would that not be?
I don't know. He might have been sending to somebody else too. Here's what I'm thinking. Hold on. To Tom Butler. From Tom Butler to the right, Chris McDonough. To the correct one, right there, to Chris McDonough. He's saying I should have used copy and paste instead of my own memory because it was wrong.
Right.
All right, so he's right. He's right. All
But,
right. You're right. I'm going to back up off you for now, sir.
You what? I don't get it.
You do. It's just going to take you a second.
Yeah,
It's like looking at those pictures and the spaghetti is hair, but you can only see spaghetti. Same thing.
Okay. But then we think, okay, what is the actual email address?
And I fact checked
then-
both of them with the D. I added the D to the cold case. It doesn't exist either. Cold
Right,
case.
but
The name up top where it says to Chris McDonough, do you see where it says all the way up the top? To Chris McDonough.
Yes.
That's when you type in somebody's email address correctly, it will show you the name.
Right. Yes, it will.
Right. So he's forwarding the one on the bottom saying from me that he had sent it from himself to the wrong email address. And that's why he's saying should have used copy and paste instead of my memory.
right.
Okay, I got that. Got that.
So they did share a share file with him, allegedly, maybe.
Allegedly, right. So, but my other question, I have like 4 things in this.
I think that's right. And it just hit me just now. So,
I'm still off.
because I'm like, they didn't share that with him. It doesn't even exist.
Wouldn't
what
Tom?
you said.
Wouldn't from? I guess like you said, if you put it in correctly, the from would be you wouldn't have the email address.
Well, his would. But
Down
what,
here
so
where
if
it
it's
says
me,
from right here.
I'm going to show. Let me see if I can do it on my email. Hold on. Let me Gmail to you. And boop. Hold on.
And look, this is right here is a moment of truth. If I am wrong, I am sorry.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's moment.
I'm going to show it to you right here. Look. So I don't want to show my whole screen.
Here, let me share. You want me to take this down
I'm
to
trying not to. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right. So, wait.
Oh, sorry.
See it?
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Now watch. No,
Mhm.
sure. Watch this. You see how it says cracking cases? Cam and Alley?
Yes.
You see where it says the Gmail? Watch this.
Yeah,
There
but
you
it
go.
would have the X though there.
Well, now it doesn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Same thing. So that's what happened, right? So he typed in the wrong information.
Email.
And then he did the right information, and underneath it, he put in, oh, I should have relied on my copy and paste instead of my memory.
What?
Yes. Hold on, I'm trying to
Pull
look
up
at
See what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. And
I
now
think that makes sense.
it kind yeah, but now I'm trying to do the side by side. Now, why are the 2 names up there?
Because that's your email address. That's
Right,
your
but his
actual
name
email
is up
address,
there
see?
too.
So like,
But
so
Tom
if you
Butler's
forwarded-
Email is up there
Oh,
too.
to the 2 in the from, you mean?
No, like here, let me pull it back up.
Because I don't, he's sending from a government email, so it might be a little bit different.
True, but okay. So you can leave yours up. I think we can have them both. Maybe I was going to try to run them side by side, but it's
Oh.
okay. It's okay.
No, buddy, what's up?
looking for something real fast.
Okay, so share screen. There it is. Share. Okay. Do you see what I'm getting at now? Why is the 2 up there?
Because I'm going to show you why. Let me. Don't share anything of mine. Hold on.
And why does the CC down there have that man's name twice in the Tennessee?
Well, see, that's a TV. Let me get somebody with just a letter in their name or something like that. Not that. Not
Let me go ahead and do one thing. Now, the other night when I brought this out, I said I will give the benefit of the doubt that this could be a screenshot showing that he messed up. I did say that.
You did say that. You
I did
absolutely
say that.
did. You absolutely did.
We will
okay. Let me try and do it like this.
There's Vet Girl said secure server. Thank you, Vet Girl. I appreciate it. She said secure server, email not found.
Correct.
Copy and paste the correct email, then forward message from return, in
Absolutely.
my opinion.
Yep. I agree with exactly what she's saying. That's exactly what happened. He sent it to the wrong one. Then when it came back like it did to you, he was like, oh shit. So he went and probably copy and pasted the right one if he could find it. And then there you go.
This is the email for the Cold Case Foundation. It's not info, so they would put that person.
Coldcasefoundation.org. Yeah. I gotta run off. I gotta go give Seven another bath. His neck is jacked and I need to bring him to the doctor tomorrow.
Oh, you're good. Thank you for coming up, and I appreciate it. That's how we get to the look right there. Progress made. If that's the truth, then that's the truth. But
I think that's because I'm looking at memory. Is he talking about like his computer memory? What the hell is he talking about? And then when I just saw how that was written, I'm like, that's what happened. You know me. I don't want to go.
You know what the best thing about this whole thing is tomorrow? I'm going to talk to them tomorrow, so I can ask. So I'll get the truth straight from the horse's mouth. So
yep. I think we figured it out, but either way,
true.
What's true is true. What ain't isn't. That's it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. All right, love y'all. Gotta go. Good night.
See ya.
Bye. So my only complaint with it being, if we're saying it's forwarded,
I still have an issue with it too.
Okay, so I went and looked at a message that was forwarded. We can't share this, but wouldn't it
Thank
say
you, Heels, in there
message above it?
It would say forwarded message above it.
Because look.
Hold on.
We can't show this one.
But I can show one. Don't we have? I have many forwarded ones. So
I don't know.
Check this out. So this is just saying COLCA.
Yeah, let's do this. I will send something to us and then forward it back.
I can't do that. Forward it back to us.
I'll send it
from your personal. Okay.
Then, right.
That's hey, look. If it's the pursuit of knowledge, we're going to do it. So let me remove. I wanted to see if there was anything else I had right here before I take this down. coldcaseinfo.org. There's no domain, just showing that. And then let's see. It would say forwarded, would it not?
Okay, so
I got a surprise for y'all at the end. I forgot about this. I got a bombshell for you guys. So please.
A bombshell?
I do. You know I do. Remember?
What is it?
Remember?
I don't know.
The person that said they had not been back to their property. What I found?
Oh, yeah.
I found it and I screenshot it. Now, possibility that trip didn't happen. I don't know. Just wait a second.
Well, it's going to be whatever. Okay.
True, Tracy. See, everybody, y'all feel where I'm coming from? Like, chasing, like, I get where she's coming from, but it still doesn't add up to me. Does it you?
Well, it was started to, but then when I got to thinking and I wanted to go and look at one of the forwarded emails we had,
I didn't see it.
And then it just didn't. Okay.
Yeah, real.
So this is going to be our email.
Yeah, we have the email address saved to our email, but to our address book and our email. So we'll have all this. I'm getting ready to share it.
So now,
Let me pull.
When I get it, I'm going to forward it back to our email.
Okay. Let's get to the bottom of it
Just
first.
to see what it looks like. Okay, there it is. So now I'm going to forward it.
Did you already send it?
I sent it from the Cracking Cases email to my email. Now I'm going to forward it back to the Cracking Cases one.
Okay. Good deal. What is going on? Okay,
and then I'm
we're
going
back.
to also write, this is added before
You're so smart.
forwarding.
So
just so
smart.
we can see how it all lays out.
Look at this right here. There's your thinker right there. Good team, right? We're a good team. If we're wrong, we're wrong.
Yeah, and we'll say that. Okay. It's there. Let's go open it and see what it looks like.
Dun dun dun.
Moment of truth.
Oh, hold on. Don't do that. Okay, so give me just a second because we got to load back. Okay, we're back. Now, that was a good thought. Here, share screen. It is hotter
I'm
than
like all leaned up in here because I'm blind as a bat, but that's okay.
It is hotter than the pits
No, it's not.
of Hades in here.
It's not quite that hot, but it is a little toasty.
Okay. There's your example. Now, here's the first one. There's that.
Now click on that.
This?
Yeah. Okay, let me see what it looks like on my phone.
That right there is not the same, is it? Now, here's the forwarded one.
Okay.
Now, we didn't look at the forwarded one.
And then click on those 3 dots.
Look there. Look there. There's no...
Okay, but look. I'm going to screenshot this, okay? I'm going to screenshot this so we can see what it looks like from a phone.
Okay.
Y'all ignore all the notifications at the top of my phone because it drives me insane, but I haven't had a chance to clear it out. So now I'm going to email what it looks like from my phone to us.
Are you going to send it to this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me go back over here to see what's being said because I can't see anything.
And I can't while I'm doing this.
Yeah, but we're probably not going to load, so I'm going to sit back here and hopefully they'll hear me till the screen clicks back on. I got to do something about this computer. So I'm going to wait for her to get that. That right there didn't look the same. Did it?
No, it didn't. But
No, it
now
didn't.
I'm going to show you what it looks like from my phone.
Does it look the same?
You'll see.
You can't do that. Okay, you ready?
You're going to be surprised.
Oh, that's very small. We're not going to use that one. Okay. Now let me go back.
Now you're going to go click on the attachment.
It's not in this one, right?
No, you got to go back to the inbox.
I gotcha.
There you go. Now zoom in on that.
Okay, so this is our email test. Not this one, right?
So this was the original email that I sent, right?
Yes.
This I added when it was sent to me, and then before I forwarded it back to us because he had added in there. Next time I should use my copy and paste instead of.
Yes.
So this would be what he said if he forwarded it. Then it would show up.
Here, let me put my mouse here. This
phone.
one here. So this would be what he said. Right
as
here.
Far as where he said that about instead of my memory or whatever it says there.
Yes.
So then it says hide quoted text and it says forwarded message.
Yes.
If you look at the original message, it shows up here to just show.
Now, I can't click on it. But
this would not be there because that was sent where it was all back and forth.
Thank you for waiting. We didn't know we got kicked out of our own live. So,
Oh well, it showed.
it showed.
It showed what we were saying.
Did y'all get the gist of that? Yeah, I don't know. It said something went wrong and it threw us out. I'm taking this thing to get it looked at because I can't handle this no more. Just lagging crap and
I know that I was doxing myself. It's okay.
yeah.
Everybody.
The news doxed us way back when.
That's been doxed a long time ago.
We have nothing to hide. We're not scared of that. We don't do.
That's to show just how transparent that we are willing to be.
Yeah, we knew. I asked her when we got kicked out. I said, "You know that you're showing your stuff."
And that's why I said at first, I was like, "Well, here, let me go do this," and I was like, "No, never mind. I'm just going to do it because I don't care."
Oh well, it's okay. You know what? Terry says, "I'm hello. Hey, Georgina Stalker." Okay, so everybody. All right. So you ready for the bombshell? It might not be a bombshell. You might be like, so what? Because that's what they usually do. So what? I don't know. What did I call somebody last night? I thought it was funny. I said something for the first time. Somebody said, I haven't heard that. What was that?
That screwdriver.
That is a very large screwdriver.
Nowhere. What in the world?
This screwdriver just fell out of nowhere.
Impale him in his foot.
Yes. So yeah.
I know, Queen of Kings.
Which
we all know you guys are the Sherfies.
Don't tell anybody. Gosh.
Oops.
What was it I called?
Secrets out.
I said I wanted to give Jody's swirly. That's it aggravates me so much. She was sitting in the dark last night having a staring contest she beat her own record. She said, hold on, I'll give you an example. You ready? This is what it looked like. Now let me turn down my ring light, y'all. This is what she looked like last night. And I was like, what's going on over here? You ready? I'll hold it. That's for the longest time. I was like, I don't know what just happened. Like, look at that. The light was just like, nope. The camera did too. It was like, nope.
That girl said secure email servers are different than Gmail and Yahoo, etc. You just can't look up a federal agent. LOL. We weren't looking up a federal agent.
Yeah, Vic, we didn't look up a federal
nor a TBI agent. That's not what we were. The email that was in question
was not the federal.
Was not the person. It was not anybody with the TBI.
Whoa, look at that. So, but I did reach out to those email addresses to those agents, and I emailed them a screenshot of the community post that was posted, and I just asked, I said, is this legitimate? What was the reason for this? And I said, maybe y'all could give answers as to what this is.
Oh, okay.
What?
She said that was a joke or example.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you.
I was like, what? I'm confused.
Why do I have, look at that, the Elgato virtual camera. It must have worked, my 4K. Huh? Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Okay, now let me switch my camera back to this one, and then I'm going to show y'all something. I guess it's not. Which camera are we working? So y'all are just gonna have to bear with no camera because something ain't working with our setup. So
Sorry.
that's upsetting. Hey, Natasha.
Oh, I know.
We have been
She
texting.
knows I've been texting her. I texted her today too.
I have been worried about you. Okay, you ready? Now, please tell me this will load. That's all I ask. If this will load, I will be ecstatic. Please, 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 please. Okay, so this is the one that I found. Before anybody gets angry, it's nothing but just saying, hey, it has nothing to do with another creator. It has something to do with somebody close to somebody that Jody Sue pretty much threw under the bus.
I mean, he kind of is a creator now.
He has a channel, right?
Yeah.
Does he have a channel?
Yeah.
Oh Lordy, here we go. Let me find it. I took multiple screenshots, obviously. All right, let's get that. All right, there's that. Thank the Lord. All right. Here we go. Share screen. All right. So I found this is going through Facebook today. All right. What is that doing? Why is that doing that? Okay. I want you to look at this date. So this post was Friday, April 22nd, 2022, this year, okay? From Jackie Dobbs' Facebook. Now, on Don B's interview, he asked him, you haven't, he says, I haven't been back to my property since all happened June 14th and 15th. Well, this is that same post. I just clicked on it, April 22nd. And now, here's what the comments were, okay? Is that your property? Jackie Dobbs says, yep, that's the part they're trying to steal. Heard from surveyor yet? The person says, Jackie Dobbs says, William Halsey going up Wednesday. So April 22nd was what day? So Wednesday, what day of the week was that?
Let me give it a look.
Going up Wednesday.
April the 22nd was a Friday.
It was a Friday. So he's going on 23rd,
27th.
27th. Okay. Now it says, Jackie says, if you get here soon enough, you can go too. What time? I'll see what I can do, the person says. William Halsey says, earlier the better. Probably need to stay over in Churchill Motel. Again, I'm guessing it would be the roadway. So it used to be the Churchill Inn, didn't it?
Yes.
So he knows the name of that. Over in Churchill Motel. Okay. He says, this bottom one, it doesn't show it very well for some reason. But Jackie Dobbs tells him, I'll pay for the food and everything, or pay for the room, pay for the food. Oh, there's Damien's little thing he sent to that woman. Do you get what I'm showing you there? Y'all, so he says he hadn't been back here. Now, I don't know if this trip happened or not, but there's a lot more questions that could be answered. That's what I'm saying. Everybody, that we can get a lot more stuff, but they don't have to talk to us. They don't have to answer anything. Nobody does. These are just points. I mean, would it be doing the right thing to not bring that up? Would it? I mean, just to ignore it?
No. Not in my opinion.
I'm lost as to how to handle things, because it's like when you ask questions and you find things that are not accurate, it's like it's a problem.
Right.
I'm not
Things
saying
that don't add up. You mean?
yeah, the things that don't add up. That I'm not saying that man's guilty of anything.
No.
Maybe he made a trip here and that missed. He forgot about it to see the surveyor. I don't know, but that's
It would be. Now, this is my opinion. It would be kind of hard to forget that you made a trip out of state to another state for a specific purpose, but that's just my opinion. And once again, we're not saying he's guilty of anything.
Yeah. So, do y'all find that interesting? Was that interesting information? Look, the things that we cover today. Sorry that I have to have the tomorrow will be me and Allie will be here again. Y'all pray these phone calls go good, that we get some answers from them. I think we will, don't you?
Yeah. And I'm also working on something that is, where am I at?
You're right there, blurred out for some reason.
I look like a ghost.
Is it gonna stay up for us? Okay, so I'm gonna fix this. Maybe we do have a camera for a minute. I'm using the camera on the computer. Here. Oh, there you are. Look, we're just gonna do that one right there. What is going on, man?
Man.
What's up, man?
But why?
There. You need to scoot up just a little bit.
Well, I had to scoot back because everybody needs to see how tall you are.
You know what?
Fall off my stool.
Half your head's gone.
Anyway, what I was saying, I am working on something that's unrelated to Summer's case, and we'll hopefully have that out sometime by the end of this week.
Then I'm trying here.
It's okay. It's whatever.
I'm trying to fix your head.
That's probably about as good as it's going to get.
We're blue now. That's cool. We'll just do that. Okay, that's going to work.
I'm blue. You're just white.
I'm blue. All right, so you got anything else?
Natasha said, "Sorry guys, cracking cases is new to YouTube and working a camera." LOL.
Hey, no, it's just that every camera I get, and I've got this is a new one, by the way, right? Oh, keep your phone out of my fingers, way, madam.
This one's not. The camera is not new. I mean, we've had it for a couple.
That
months.
camera right there is new.
We've had it for a couple months. We've been using it, and we had not been having issues like this, but.
Yeah, it's just that, no, it's my computer. Natasha, you've missed a lot. So people helped me with a disk clean on this computer. It did okay for like 10 minutes. I need help getting this computer running. Like, I don't know how to work on this. Like, I tried. I do pretty good too, right?
Yeah, and I don't understand, like, why.
We didn't even have to go through the, tell them about your phone, the data. You didn't even have to go through the, I fixed it.
Well, and I knew you could, but you sat on it for like 2 whole months.
I did, but so I went in and put the codes.
So I got a new phone back around my birthday. So it was in April. Got a new phone. It was completely working fine, except I did not have any data. Like, I could send messages, I could receive messages, as long as they were not.
Yeah, it's just going to have to go like this. Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
So, yeah, I could not receive any multimedia messages, any long messages, any pictures. I could not send any long messages or pictures, but I could send text messages, and I could also make and receive phone calls. My data was not working, so I could not get on the internet if I was not connected to Wi-Fi, and I could not. Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I kept asking him, I was like, I know you will be able to fix it, because he can, I don't know, he always is able to fix everything. That's why I keep him around. But he sat on it for 2 months and would not help me. And then finally, like last week, he was like, here, I'll fix it. And he had it fixed within like 20 minutes. And I had tried everything, every resolution that
I went
Google had gave me and my carrier had gave me. I had tried, and they had not been able to get it fixed, and I had not been able to get it fixed.
I just had to change the APN. What are they called? The preferences, or however, all the stuff with an APN. I just had to go in and change all that. Hey, Louisiana girl, I'm sorry I did not get back to your email. Hey, tell them what we're doing with the people that won the merch. If they hear, they probably gave up on us.
Please do not. Okay.
Tell them what happened.
Well, we had unexpected things happen. We had cars break down that we were not expecting. Both of our cars just decided to crap out on us. My foot and Dr. Bill's, and we were not expecting all the things that happened at the same time. But they all happened, and so we are behind, but we are getting all of that merch that you guys won.
I have you all in a file.
Yes.
In the email.
I have it all wrote down for me to just go in and be able to actually purchase the stuff and send it straight to you.
Yeah, we are waiting. So when YouTube pays out, we will buy the merch with that and send it out to you guys that won.
This week.
There, Bama Forever helped me with the computer. That's who we did the disk clean. It did help for a minute. I updated all the drivers. What else did I do? I've worked on this thing. I'm so tired. I'm wore out. That's what's going on right now.
Thank you, Bama Forever, for that.
Thank you so much. Check your bandwidth and check RAMs. That's what it is. I'm tired. I just want to be done. So
Please don't say that, real sunflower.
What'd she say?
I think y'all's house is haunted. You have screwdrivers falling out of the air and weird computer stuff.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about that.
Hey, I mean, it might be. Remember? I'm not even going to say it.
No, let's not.
Tell them about that.
Which part?
Tell them about when I woke up and thought it was you.
But that wasn't in this house.
That wasn't in this house, but it was at the first apartment we lived together.
Yeah, so we had fell asleep, and
there's the camera.
He woke up in the middle of the night and thought that he saw me standing.
No, I knew that I saw her standing beside me.
Yes.
And I was talking to her.
Talked to me, then rolled over and saw that I was actually still sleeping there.
The whatever I was talking to that I thought was her walked around into the kitchen, and I looked down. We were sleeping in the living room. We fell
asleep in the living room, yeah.
I was on one couch, she was on the other, and I looked. I looked over, and she's laying there asleep.
At that same place, remember what happened to me whenever we had left. This was before we had our children, and we had left our apartment for a little while, and we had a friend of ours with us, and we had left, and then I forgot something, and so we pulled back into our apartment, and I ran back in to get something, and before we had left, we'd had our old computer sitting on our kitchen table. We were listening to music and whatever. That's like where we hung out, was in our kitchen.
Yeah.
And we were listening to music on their computer in there. Well, we had completely stopped and shut the computer down before we left. And whenever we came back, they sat in the car, and I ran in just to grab whatever it was I forgot.
Yeah.
And as soon as I opened the door to our apartment, I heard our computer in the kitchen playing music again.
The same song.
And
it was not on repeat.
And we had completely
shut
it down. It was YouTube, yeah. But we had shut down the computer before we left.
It was on and it was playing now.
And our dog, we had a dog at the time, and he would stand every time we would leave. He would sit in the window and shake. Remember that?
Yes.
Anyway.
So do you all know
that place was haunted?
Do you know what the title meant tonight? For everybody, and it says, how did I word it on there? Because I don't want to say it the way. I worded it: prowls around like a roaring lion, for whom he can devour. Okay, looking for whom he can devour. Prowling and roaring is kind of contradicting, right? But he's saying, look, and this is actually a verse, but the enemy, though, when he comes at you, right, he's not silent about it when he attacks you. He's roaring, and he's letting you know he's there, and he'll devour you if you let him. Don't let these people and naysayers and the people that want to throw negativity and just, you know, pure hate. They try to twist words. They when they have vendettas, and we're not the only creators. Many, when people have a vendetta against you, they will twist anything they can when they see an opportunity. That's the enemy. You know you're doing something right. Stay on the right track. I'm not, you know, I'll apologize for things that if I might have been wrong about, but I'm not going to apologize for asking questions. Never will. Won't happen. Right?
Right.
Now, if they choose not to answer it, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'll ask the question, and then, you know, I'll go to the source and see if I can get answers that way. If we can't, then I'll move on from it. I don't care. But what is important is, if YouTube, anything coming from YouTube or Facebook is not accepted, you know, if say TBI just doesn't, they don't want it, say that it goes into a pile over in the corner. There's too many creators out there right now that are getting interviews with people that are very close to the situation that were around Summer on the days leading up and the day of. Okay. So what's to say that one of those people, just because they haven't said anything thus far, tomorrow might come out with something that leads to answers as to where Summer is, or answers to as to what happened. And somebody reports that, and they catch it on a video that maybe the creator didn't even catch it at that time, and somebody reports it, and it's smacked to the side and nobody looks into it. I pray to God that hasn't already happened. And I hope that moving forward that we can continue to build trust with law enforcement, because other law enforcement agencies around the country do not all think the same way as the TBI does about social media and Hawkins County Sheriff. That's all I got to say. Got anything else?
Don't think so.
Does that make sense, man? I don't know. Patty said, lions roar to the ground to judge the distance between you and them. It is also an integral part of praying. Just saying. That's right. It's very good. Very good. That's good info. Did you get what I was saying? You know, as to why I put that there in the, you know, as that's the title. Nothing was tagged. No names. As much as people want to throw that we tag everything about Summer, we tag her. No, we don't. Go look in the video section. It's all there. That's what's important. That's why I did the pictures of the lions in the thumbnail. I'm not going to be beat down by people. People are not going to control my attitude anymore. They haven't in a while, but you know, we're all human and we fall, you know, we all fall short. We all let people get the best of us. If anybody says, I don't care what people think, nobody 100% just doesn't care what people think. People want to be accepted. People want to be a part of a community. People want to be something that matters, something that makes a difference. So to say that people, if you know, they don't care what people think, you know, you might to an extent, but there's always a little part of you that does care. You know, it's being truthful.
Yeah.
That's my feelings on it. People can choose to take it or leave it. That's, you know, that's all I got. As for Chris McDonough, again, nothing. You know, there's things that yes that I had issues with, and you know, from the beginning I thought your interviews were great. We were your number one fans,
yeah,
probably.
We literally every night, and this was before we started our channel. Every time that he was supposed to be having a live, we had it coming to both of our phones and our TV.
Yeah.
We would have our snacks and we'd get in the bed and watch it. Or,
Yeah.
But then things, I don't know.
We saw a lot of things being boots on the ground that a lot of people might not know about. I've tried to talk a little bit about them, but that's not my prerogative. Right. I just asked the questions for the true crime community as a whole. I'm done. I'm going to pray and I'm out of here. Y'all ready? Dear God, thank you for what you do. Lord, we just pray that we can get answers, that we can rise above the labels that people and organizations such as law enforcement might put as, on the true crime community. They don't necessarily look at it as anything that's positive. Let us change that. Let us always, do what's right before we talk about anything. Make sure that we're clear about how we say things. And just use our words in general. God, we ask for this clarity on these cases. We ask for answers for these children above all else. And we ask that anybody that is involved in anything to hurt children, women, even men that fall victim to these evil people that are led by the enemy, we ask that they are brought to justice and that examples are made and not slaps on the wrist. Lord, we ask for each and every one that's in this chat that you bless them. Even if they don't know you, introduce yourself to them. God, I repent for my anger and my cussing today because I went overboard just being angry like anybody else in comments, and that's between our Lord and myself. But I'll pray it right here. Let us do better. Let us strive to be better. Thank you for blessing me with this family, my wife, and this YouTube community. A lot of great people we've met through this, and bless them as well. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Okay, you got anything else?
I got a headache.
I do too, and my eyes, like this light is.
Yeah, it's making mine like blurry and.
All right, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
That's right. Till next time, keep on cracking. God bless.
See ya.
We're done. Maybe.
Possibly.
Baby.
Maybe not.
Maybe? Maybe not. All right. See y'all.